Welcome back. It is time to delve into the Riverland Footy League on the Flow Friday Sports Show. And our long-time correspondent, Ben Venning, the captain of the Waikerie Magpies Rezzies, is joining me to do just that. How's it going, Ben?
Yeah, good, Dan. How are you, mate?
Very well, thank you. Now, before we do get into the action from last weekend, the Flow man tipped me off. He told me you've actually got something in common with the Sydney Swans legend, Brett Kirk. Are you aware of that?
Okay, no.
Well, you and Brett Kirk both have a kid by the name of Indy who's a star footballer. Congratulations are in order for your daughter Indy after being named to the school sports state team for her age group.
Yeah, no, it's pretty exciting. She was pretty pumped when she got the news that she'd made the team. So, we're looking forward to going to Geelong in August to play there and take on some of Australia's best. So, she's really excited and, she's worked hard to do it. A lot of trainings and, going to Adelaide to do all the trainings and that and the trials. So, good on her. She certainly doesn't get her football ability from me. She's done a good job, so...
Very good stuff. Well done to her indeed. And Pippa Blackwell from Bordertown in the team as well. Well done to her too. The only other rep from regional SA to be picked, at least as far as my eyes could see. So well done to Indy and to Pippa as well. Ben, a bit of a dirty day in the B grade for the Magpies. You managed to kick all 3 goals, but overall it was a big loss. It was slightly better in the A grade for the Waikerie Magpies, going down to Barmera Monash. 9-11-65 to 8-5-53. So it wasn't a win, but it was a pretty competitive match and very tight up until three-quarter time. Waikerie even with a big lead at halftime.
Yeah, it was. Look, we won't talk about B grade, I don't think. That's a waste of time. The A grade boys come out. There was a close game in that first quarter. There was a bit of a wind going one end of the ground all day, and she was pretty even at quarter time there, 2-2 to 2-3, and then that second quarter, Waikerie just poled it on and looked really good. And I was thought, geez, this could be a bit of an upset here. But then, like Barmera, they came back in that third quarter, kicking 5 goal to our 1, and she was pretty close from there on. But, they were just too good in the end to hold on. We had that late charge there and got the first goal in the last quarter, and we thought, here we come. But they kicked another goal and settled, and in the end, too good. And the boys did play well. I didn't expect them to get that close to them on the day, and they certainly, gelled together and had a couple of debutants as well playing. So we've certainly won our strongest, and some promising signs. So, but for Barmera, Mason Middleton was fantastic. Started slow at forward, but then he went to the ruck and basically turned the game, and he was probably the match winner in the end. Once he went into ruck, John O'Beach, he was magnificent everywhere, and obviously kicked a lot of goals as well, kicking 5. So good game by John O'Beach, Fraser Douglas, Sam Butterworth, Dane Austin, Justin Bonney. They're other good players. Like I said, John O'Beach kicking 5, Jack Austin, Paul Spilios, Aidan Scordo, and Sam Vanderwood with the other singles. For us, Tim Bevan, our captain, he played an absolute ripper, probably his best of the year. Unfortunately, we're on the last quarter. He's done something to his hamstring, so he won't be playing this week, so he'll be missed. But he had a great game on the weekend, led from the front. Jared B was great in the middle, same with Jake Spenceley. Zach Steele probably had his best game for us. He stood Mason Middleton in that first half and kept him goalless. So that was a great effort by Zach. Mitchell Hahn, Kate Hilton, other better players. Jack Berge, Mitchell Hahn kicked 2 for us. Tim Bevan 2, Byron Sumner 2, and that was our goal scorers. So good game of footy, but Barmera too good at home in the end.
Good win by Barmera Monash and a very good fight by the Waikerie Magpies. Let's get on to the Proud Cup. Loxton 14-10-94 defeating Loxton North 7-14-56. Some wayward kicking costing Loxton North there, and Loxton have jumped them on the ladder with that win as they both moved to 2-2.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Loxton came out, and I'm assuming there was some sort of win in this game as well, because 4-1 to 5 points in that first quarter, so they jumped them early. And then Loxton North got back into it in that second quarter, and she was pretty close at half time. Loxton North having the better of the third quarter, getting right back in it, and like you said, probably cost themselves a bit with goal kicking. And obviously, as you know, if you start kicking a few points, it sort of spreads through the team, and and then in the end, Loxton has run away over it in the end, and comfortable win in the end. Obviously, if Loxton North had kicked straighter, it might have been a bit closer, but too good in the end. So best players for Loxton, Harley Campbell's having a great year. Luke Harder, probably his best game for the year as well. Braden DePrince with their ruckman recruit, he's been great. Jacob Edmonds and Brodie Rollins are other better players. Goal scorers for them. Will Gutschke back in after his hamstring. He kicked 3. He makes a big difference to him. Drew Kasolki 2. Luke Harder, like I said, one of his best games, kicking 4. The rest singles. For Loxton North, Cody Vomar's having a great year for them. That's probably his third best on ground, for Loxton North. So he's having a stellar year. Scotty Lewis back into some form as well. Got second. Mason Eckerman, Matt Hamble in the ruck, Caleb Coney and Zach Waldridge all in the best players as well. Zach Waldridge having a good year, kicking number 3 up forward, giving him something to kick to. Ryan Proud 2 and the rest singles. So, good win by Loxton. Like you said, that gets them up them, past them on the ladder, and it's probably what we expect. I think Loxton are a little bit better than Loxton North at this stage, but hey, if they kick straight, could have been a different story.
In our last game for the round, top versus bottom, Renmark 18-16, 124. Pretty easy win over Berry, 4-5-29. Nick Gillard kicking 6.
Yeah, massive win. Renmark, I don't know, I've seen Barmer play now, I've seen Renmark play, and I guess when I looked through the recruits of Barmer, I thought, geez, these guys are going to be really hard to beat this year, and I think they might get Renmark this year, but Renmark keep proving themselves week in, week out, and after watching both sides now, Renmark definitely aren't out of this. A few people were saying it's going to be Barmer's year, but Renmark is certainly in it, and guys like Nick Gillard coming back into their side, kicking 6, what a start of the season for him. Dan Walford named their best. Josh Evader, obviously always in the best players. Timmy Walford, Zach Gartry in the ruck and Harry Beavers down back. Liam Jackson, Harry Beavers kicking 3 each, and well done to Harry Beavers too. He played his 300 from the weekend, so great effort by him. Like you said, Gillard was 6, Zunic, Hem and Alex Hain kicked 3. So, good return for those boys. For Berry, it's going to look like it's going to be a long year for these boys. Evan Penaluna down back, he tried his best all day. Obviously was up against it, playing a full back. He got their best. Matty Benson, Peter Saff back in there again. Shay Hawkins, Isaac Woolston and Adam Langford. All single goal kickers for them. Mincello, Kruger, Newton and Lloyd. So, not great football really. I mean, nearly 100 point defeat there by Renmark over Berry. So it's not what we want to see, but hopefully Berry can stick at it and improve and make that a bit better next time. But Renmark way too good. Before
we get into the upcoming round 5 matches, there's a pretty significant milestone game happening at the Waikerie Magpies this weekend.
Yeah, Benny Haynes plays his 250th game for the club, senior game. So he's played, off the top of my head, roughly, I think it's 45 A grade and 205 B grade will be his 250th this weekend. So, great club man, on and off the field. And, he's been a premiership player for Waikerie in the B grade. They won 4 in a row back in the early 2010, 11, 12, 13, and he was captain in those years. And, just a great fella. And, we wish Ben all the best tomorrow.
Absolutely. Good luck tomorrow, Ben, in game number 250. But let's get into the round 5 action. Berry back in action. They're travelling to Waikerie to take on the Magpies. Good chance for Waikerie here to build on that momentum from last week and bank another win.
Yeah, hopefully. A few changes again this week. Byron Sumner has had to go to Sydney for the Indigenous round, so he's been invited up there by the AFL. So he won't be playing, so that's a huge out for us because obviously he's been playing forward and kicking a lot of goals. We get Stephen Braun back in this week, though. We get Jack Colbert back as well. Obviously, we'll lose Tim Bevan out in the midfield, so that's a huge loss. So probably Jake Spencer will go in the middle, hopefully, and cover Bevo. Brad Berger's been great for us in the ruck, so he comes up against a big boy from Berry. It's going to be an interesting game. I haven't seen Berry this year yet, and obviously going on the results, it's not looking great. So just hopefully the boys can get out there, get some confidence. Last week was a great effort by them. Obviously losing's not great, but to get within a couple of goals of Barmer, I thought was a great effort. And hopefully they can continue that form this weekend and have a good win over Berry.
All right, we'll see what happens in that one, and we'll keep an eye out for Byron Sumner at the SCG tonight. Loxton North taking on Barmer Monash at Loxton North in our next game. Yeah, look, this would be a bit of a ripper, see where Loxton North are at. Obviously, Barmer Monash, sitting up there with Renmark on top, so that we want to win and secure that second spot. Loxton North, obviously, after losing, Loxton won't be very happy, and Renmark, what we're better talk to, play Loxton as well. So, they really need to win this game to keep that top 4 spot alive. So, should be an interesting game. But after seeing Barmer last week, I think they're a great side. They're only going to get better. It's interesting what they do with Mason Middleton. Do they put him forward? Do they put him in the ruck? Because when he rucks, they're a different team. So, but obviously he can be dangerous up forward too. But if you've got Beach up there kicking goals, well, maybe they'll put Mason in the middle. But should be a cracker game. But I'm going to stick with Barmer to win this one, even though it's at Loxton North's home ground. And Loxton coming off the win in the Proud Cup. They'll be looking for another one when they take on Renmark at Renmark, but it will certainly be a difficult task for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be looking to guys like William Gutschke to kick goals again like last week, Luke Harder, Rogan Kennedy as well up there. Flighty should be back in. He was injured against us, but he's back in there now. So they'll probably have Fork go to him. The midfield's going to be an interesting battle. Obviously, the Wolfords are up and about this year, consistently the best players. Same with Josh Vader up against the likes of Drew Kasolki, Jesse Will and Jacob Evans. So, look, should be a cracker of a game. This will really test and see where Loxton are at. But, going on previous form, I think you've got to stick with Renmark. Huge win last week. Obviously beating Barmer earlier in the year as well. They're the team to beat at the moment, and playing at home, they'll be hard to beat. So I'll go with Renmark.
All right, the tips are in for round 5 in the Riverland Footy League. Thanks very much, Ben. All the best to you and to everyone playing in the league this weekend. We'll catch up with you next Friday.
Till next week, mate. See ya.